Alright, what is up, you guys? I'm here with the WCW DVD Collection. This is just going to be the WWE released WCW DVDs. We have 10 DVDs to get through here. And I'm not going to be going over the Superstar Collections or the Monday Night Wars DVDs, because those are videos of themselves. So, strictly WCW here. First up, we have Starrcade, the Essential Collection, 3-disc set in 2008. This was released. So, obviously, we all know they bought out WCW in 2001. Henceforth, they own the entire tape collection and everything that comes with it. So, we started getting a good number of WCW DVDs. Starrcade here, 3-disc set, like I said, spans from 83 to 2000. Runtime of 9 hours. And you have a documentary and then 25 matches. So, it's pretty packed, which is nice. Don't get DVDs like that anymore. So, there's your decent artwork. I like it. You do get an insert with your documentary chapters and then your match listing. Very nice. Always nice to get an insert. That won't go in. Alright. Next up, we have the Rise and Fall of WCW 3-disc set. I really enjoyed this documentary. It's not the best documentary they have ever made. Obviously, they tried to replicate the Rise and Fall VCW. You know, this one, it missed a couple of points, shifted history around a little bit, but for the most part, this is accurate. And it's a very well-made documentary. We have beautiful artwork here. You can see that. You have Sting, Goldberg, NWO. Nice spine. And this one has a runtime of 9 hours. So you have your documentary, and then obviously your match listing or match compilation. So, there's your chapters. Pretty hefty documentary there. And then your match listing. Very beautiful DVD. That's actually my favorite color. That purple. Doesn't matter. But, yeah, favorite color. Next up, we saw the very best of Monday Nitro. Decent artwork here. You have Sting, Rey Mysterio Jr., Ric Flair, and then you have your steel pattern there, which is really cool on your spine. So, what we have, 3-disc set, total runtime of 8 hours this time. And the frustrating thing about this one is we don't get any match listing of any sort. We get a preview match listing on the back, but that doesn't really do it for me. But it's hosted by DDP himself. So, you have the final match of Nitro, Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio. The debut of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. So, pretty significant DVD. Next up, we have the very best of WCW Clash of Champions. You have Ric Flair and Sting there. Fantastic artwork on this one. Very cool. It is raised. It's a lot like your NXT DVD. The greatest matches. You can see, if I can get the light in there, you can see all the reflection. Very cool. This one has a runtime of 7 hours. This is also a 3-disc set. And over 24 of the greatest moments and matches. And there's your artwork. You have stunning Steve Austin. And even this is something you don't see very often. Even the match listing is all shiny. That's really cool. You don't see that very often. And then you just have your match screenshot there. So, Clash of Champions, which is now a WWE pay-per-view, unfortunately. Alright, so the very best of Monday Nitro, Volume 2. This is one of my favorite covers they've ever done. This one's also raised. Very well done here. 3-disc set. Total runtime of 7 hours. Hosted by DDP once again. You have some matches there listed. Very cool artwork on this one. And this one you do get the match listing behind the disc. It's better than nothing. So, it's your basic. It's kind of like the ECW unreleased DVDs where they just have the match listing in the back, which is fine. I prefer an insert, but we don't get that anymore. So, I prefer this one over Volume 1. I actually prefer this one over all 3 volumes, but we'll get to that. Next up, we have the War Games Blu-ray. I got the Blu-ray because of the extras. This has, I believe, 11 of your WCW War Games matches. And you also get some different features from like ECW and stuff like that for the Blu-ray set. But total runtime is 7.5 hours for the Blu-ray. There's your basic disc artwork. Pretty nice. Cool, nice little texture in the background there. And you do get your match listing behind the discs. So, very nice. It's always fun to go back and watch the War Games. It really is. Just epic. I actually wasn't the biggest fan of NXT's War Games. I might get shot for saying that, but whatever. I don't care. So, we have the greatest pay-per-view matches of WCW, Volume 1. We never did get a Volume 2, only one volume. I don't know if they're planning on doing more, but very, very cool artwork on this one. Very nice color palette. You have Hollywood Hogan there. You also have him on the spine. 3-disc set with a runtime of 7.5 hours. You have Sting there, Surfer Sting. But you have Starrcade, Great American Bash, Bash at the Beach, Halloween Havoc, of course, Slamboree. Just all your classic pay-per-views here. This is awesome. Just all your logos. And then very cool disc artwork, too. Like I said, the artwork's great on this. Very unique match listing there, too. On the panel. Do get a good number of matches on here. You get some War Games, Texas Death Match, Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. Always great. So, very nice. And then, like I said, cool colors for the artwork. This one, it does its job. It really does. I don't necessarily know if we need a Volume 2. I mean, they might never do one. Who knows? I honestly don't think they will. But, at least we got one volume, so that's really all we needed. Next up, we have OMG Volume 2, the top 50 moments and incidents in WCW history. I hate this DVD. That's really the best way I'm going to put it. This did not capture the magic of what WCW was. It just captured the silliness and campiness of the final days of WCW. You did have your classic moments on here, but it just did not do it for me at all. And I know a lot of people would agree with on that one. So this is a 3-disc set with a runtime of 7 hours. So, yeah, this one's just it's just frustrating more than anything. I mean, you do have some great matches and moments on here, but I think they needed some better choices, honestly. But there's your giant moment listing there. You have discs 2 and 3, which is full of matches and different moments. So, you have your electric chair with Abdullah the Butcher. It's just, I don't know. This one's just not a very well-made DVD, I guess you could say. Next up, we have United We Slam, the Best of the Great American Bash. 3-disc set. A lot of people were disappointed with this one. I personally wasn't. I I don't know, it's Great American Bash. What's there to hate, you know? Even if they don't pick the best matches to be on here and the best moments, it's still fun to go back and watch. Total runtime is 7 hours, 3-disc set, and this was released in 2014. You have Sting on the cover there, Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes, same as Starrcade pretty much. Yeah, cool little artwork there. You have Roddy Piper, Vader, Guerrero, Bret Hart. And then you have your red, white, and blue theme. And then you do have your match listing on here. You have Ric Flair versus Sting, which is awesome. Macho Man and Ric Flair, Sting and Vader. Ric Flair versus Nikita Koloff. So, very cool. And then you have your flag in the background. And you actually have the stars in the background of this one. So, very well made set. The content may not be the best, but it is very well made artwork wise. And then finally we have the very best of WCW Monday Nitro Volume 3. I think this has the weakest artwork of the 3 volumes, but it does have kind of a matte finish. I guess that's what you could call it. Very cool. This one, I still think this is an improvement over Volume 1. Might disagree, but I do think this one's an improvement. Total runtime is 7 hours. Hosted by DDP once again. 3-disc set. This was released in 2015. So we haven't had a WCW release in 2 years. Almost 3 years. But we have Sting and Bret Hart there. Macho Man. And then you do get your match listing behind the disc once again. So, very nice. You know, I think 3 volumes is enough. I don't think we need another volume, quite honestly. But I'm sure they won't at this point. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, Monday Night Wars, I'll do that one eventually as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been DVD Freak. Peace out.